See my friends here? These are some of the first residents out here on the Community First Village. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Let's go see the babies.
Alan Graham is the architect mastermind behind what he calls Community First, 27 acres of land for housing the chronically homeless. But this is not only about housing. It is a pioneering system of community support for the homeless.
We empower communities into a lifestyle of service with the homeless, to connect human to human, heart to heart.
This is part of a ministry called Mobile Loaves and Fishes, which started as a truck ministry, reaching out to feed men and women living on the streets.
Daryl, what are you doing, man?
Spreading the mission and vision by simple word of mouth and over the airwaves of Relevant Radio 970 AM, the ministry now operates 365 days a year, and since its inception, has provided more than 4 million meals to the homeless. In starting the ministry, Alan, for the first time, met the homeless face to face and realized he had some misguided impressions.
Lazy bums on the street corners, not wanting to work.
That all changed profoundly when Alan met a homeless man working as a custodian at his church, his name Houston Flake.
Spent almost all of his life homeless, heroin, alcohol addictions, incarcerated in multiple states, multiple times. And now he was on staff. And so we asked him, you want to come to one of our planning meetings?
Which would take place in a plush conference room in a downtown law office.
But it turns out Houston's not very comfortable, and at the end of that he says, Alan, I need to take you to my conference room. So we drive into South Austin, park the truck, get out, walk up a dirt path, about 100 yards. Woman sitting in a chair, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The closer we got, the uglier it became. She's smoking cigarettes, drinking beer during the middle of the day. And the closer, the more homeless it looked. And I was frightened. Houston, former addict, comes up and she gets up out of the chair and he embraces her and says, Marge, is there anything that I can do for you? So here I am, gonna come save the world because we're gonna go feed homelessness. And I'm looking at Jesus Christ himself standing in the skin of a man that was primarily homeless himself. It's a gift that I will never forget.
A gift he is using to fuel his grand vision for Community First.
When you come in the entrance here, the first thing that you're going to encounter is what we call a missional bed and breakfast.
The housing here includes a small number of RVs and 140 microhomes the homeless can rent for about $7 a day.
We have areas like this chess set that allow people to come and engage with each other in community. And that's what this model is all about. We have honeybees on the property. We have a chicken operation producing about 20 dozen eggs a week. Right in here is the central gathering area, and twice a week we have meals from food that comes out of the garden that's prepared, and the guy that leads out on that is actually currently chronically homeless. Here's one of our reflection areas. Just a small little, what we call a micro chapel. It's just this was built by a homeless guy actually, and this right here is our memorial garden, and named it after Larry Taz Williams. Larry was homeless about 20 years, but lived with us in an RV for about 5. By being interred here, when you were despised and outcast and you die indigent in our city, you're going to be buried in the pauper cemetery to be lost and forgotten. And nobody wants to be lost and forgotten. We empower communities into a lifestyle of service with the homeless. We kind of subscribe to a Mother Teresa saying that when we all get to heaven, we're going to owe a great debt of gratitude to the poor for having brought us so close to God. That's what this does.